Everyone, it's Zach with Palantir Research. This was a monumental week for Palantir and the shareholders, and winning a major contract, as well as AIPCon, setting up the narrative around customer growth and also new ways to accelerate that. But still, there's lots of deals, interviews, and events also taking place this week, some not making it into my daily videos too, so I'll cover those as well in today's weekly. So looking at the stock first, Palantir ended the week up several percentage points. This is mostly produced from the Titan contract excitement and some AIPCon, but do note on the near end of the week, the price actually did reach the mid $27, but has since sold off a little bit here to close the week where we are today. So we'll continue to monitor. Now, we started off the week with Palantir officially showing off their demining partnership with Ukraine. I covered it more deeper in my daily video when it was out, but essentially, Ukraine has a demining goal of 80% within a decade. Now, if you pay close attention to the wording itself of the PR, they don't point this out as a 10-year deal specifically, but keep referring to Ukraine's goal. So I'll just let it be, but either way, go so publicly about it. It's nice that they were able to see these early demos bear fruit into an actual agreement. Now, what I think is more important is that this is the start of the snowball effect of Palantir helping Ukraine with other aspects of reconstruction or post-war kind of activities. And even more so, it can compound onto other countries seeing these services and being interested in what Palantir has to offer for their products and how they can use it themselves. That may be further down the line, of course, but starting here shows the relationship level that Palantir develops with these countries and allies of the United States. Next, we got Shyam Sankar all over the media this week too. He showed up on a podcast from This Week in Startups. It's great conversation there. It was about an hour long, so check it out when you have a chance. But also publishing an opinion piece on the Washington Post alongside a Ukrainian reservist. As well, he also had an exclusive CNBC interview after hours on the day that they won the Titan contract when it was announced. So check them out when you have a chance. He shares his perspective, especially on the government business and environment leading to the success, and he has a lot of knowledge on the product itself. Then, we get a new partnership with Red 6, who works in military applications of augmented reality. Now, I know for some folks this was kind of a confusing deal here. Think of Palantir partnering with them utilizing their software development kit when it came to mixed reality. Now, Palantir also does have a mixed reality product that we've seen before in those pictures wearing the IC2 headsets. But this is more of a partnership and leveraging that visualization aspect provided from Red 6 and ensuring that they have accurate data flowing through that's connected to the ontology, hence Palantir. So I see this as a win-win since Red 6 has worked with other defense contractors, so Palantir can learn something from them working in this partnership, as well as still pursue what they are good at in regards to leveraging the software side of ontology, and we'll see how this plays out over time. Now, the big kahuna news here this week, or one of them, Palantir wins the Titan contract, beating out Raytheon or RTX in Phase 2. Essentially, Phase 3 is a $178 million deal for 2 years, and that's to continue refining the prototype where they'll provide 5 basic and 5 advanced variants to see what the Army likes about certain builds for this vehicle. Now, dollar amount-wise, I know folks were expecting a lot more dollars, but this phase is still in development where the end goal really is to hit that mass production side and, of course, get larger orders once the Army is comfortable and happy with the product. Palantir continues to tout their battlefield ready and soldier feedback as one of their strengths during the whole competitive process. I can't stress how important that is, essentially on the qualitative side at least for Palantir's products, although some may fight you on the scalability of this kind of method. So just being able to move on as the prime contractor on this speaks volumes to me, at least news-wise, especially for a software company on a hardware project for the government. The government is really trying to be more technologically focused at this, and by what Palantir has showcased so far in the results, they seem to be meeting expectations. But either way, huge win for Palantir. Another big point too is that there were other articles covering this, and there were some interviews with Palantir insiders that had a standing out point, at least for me. It was one of Palantir's vice presidents, Chung for Defense Solutions, who expects this can lead to a 100 to 150 vehicles for context, and that's compared to the 10 that were pointed out for this prototype phase. But patience is key in this aspect, and this is 2 years still for Phase 3, and Palantir still has work to do in ensuring that they get to that point. But either way, this has been playing out over the longer term. The commitment to go through a third round with Palantir being the winner in the 1 versus 1 speaks volumes already. Now, in spite of this news though, RBC's analyst Rishi is still in keeping that $5 price target. So I was kind of surprised when this came up, and he did keep that underperform rating. He continues to say that Palantir is still an AI play, of course, and doesn't discount them completely, but not truly innovative or on the edge of AI because he's referring to generative AI. And he also cites the Titan contract is in line with what was expected to come, so it shouldn't be a surprise or even a big bump for guidance because he believes management already took this into account. So you can check out the whole interview on Yahoo Finance's page. It's only about 3 minutes long, but I'll leave it up to you to think about what you think of this analyst's perspective. And next is also the Bank of America price target update to $28, previously $24. So Mariana here continues to keep their buy rating for the company of Palantir and see this contract win for Titan as just the beginning. So just as I pointed out, this is a hard-fought journey for Palantir, but they do note the significance of them being the first software prime on a hardware project such as this. And this is a huge milestone that shows not only for Palantir, but also other software companies that try to get into this, that they can put in the time and effort and resources to go for this type of business, and it's possible to win. So I'm not saying that it'll be easy, of course, but still possible. And with other projects like JETSI2 pointing out, the Project Maven, Bank of America seeing a bright future for the government business for Palantir, and that they're here to stay, especially with more conflict-ridden world that we're seeing all around us. Then we got an under-the-radar interview actually with one of Palantir's clients on the New York Stock Exchange's YouTube channel. This is the CEO of HISA, or Horse Racing Integrity Safety Authority, and she details their usage of Palantir, the reasoning behind why they went with them, and overall it's a raving interview in my opinion that shows that Palantir has helped them handle the streamlined data that they have and allows them to stick to tight turnaround times for these races that keep horses and jockeys safe. So check it out on their channel when you have a chance. Then the big kahuna, also the second one here, AIPCon. We got several speakers from many clients here. I did a whole longer video, about 13 minutes long. It summarized my thoughts on all the speakers as well as the event as a whole. The big notes for me, at least just for the weekly, is that we continue to see huge results from Palantir's usage and their clients that they're willing to share actually. And some revealed actual metrics like 100xing their productivity or even $40,000 saved per day to even building more than 10,000 homes higher than their goal. But the biggest reveal was Palantir's use case marketplace, in my opinion, where clients can start with building a use case with just ideas and whiteboarding it, so nothing too formal. Then they're able to just take a picture, load it up, and find similarities to use cases from other clients, which in turn allows the original customer to figure out with their own data how that pre-built use case can be finagled into their usage. So either way, this is really interesting. I think this is the first early signs of a game changer, in my opinion, that can scale Palantir to faster adoption as well as easier education for the economy and for people to just integrate use cases of AI with Palantir. Now, I think this is still the first early signs of that game changer, like I said. But in addition to this, it'll help clients and organizations scale and partners start to get that familiarity with AIP as well, that they're running the boot camps now too. So this can make the boot camps become even more efficient as well. So I know some of this was at the tail end of AIPCon, but you've consulting firms like BCG who are running these. And this also shows how even relying on FTEs from Palantir themselves may become less and less of a stopgap on scalability here. So I hope this also expands more. And also at AIPCon, Karp gave his typical interview with Bloomberg. The big subjects, Titan and AIP boot camps, and just the overall commercial aspect of growth. Always great for that extra color, and Palantir continuing to tout their mission and no-nonsense opinions. Taking place at AIPCon, of course, there are definitely questions about how customers are reacting and how this helps Palantir scale. So they continue to tout the value around AIP boot camps and how clients are adopting AI at accelerating rates. Now, we don't really get new information here for those who've been following closely, but it's always great for the publicity, so check it out when you have a chance. And then we also heard Cathie Wood bought some more shares on the day of AIP. For those following closely, she also bought on March 5th when the Titan news came out. So I'm not saying there is or isn't value in watching her trades, but it's still just something to note considering she's a bull and it's comfortable adding at these levels after the price has run up after earnings back in early February. And then also, Mariana wasn't the only bullish analyst this week to jump their price target big. Dan Ives also did so, pushing his price target from $30 to $35. Now, this was after AIPCon, so from the event, it appears he got more confirmation of them being the Messi of AI and being a launching pad for customers to actually utilize artificial intelligence. I believe he's referencing what I mentioned here with the whiteboarding and being able to use that marketplace to find other relevant use cases. So we'll see if that is as scalable as it seems, but lots of news this week. I know I covered a lot. Do you think Palantir has hit a turning point? Let me know below, and I'll see you in the next video.